Hello, my loves. This is Tuesday's math lesson. We are going to be covering lesson 92, which is on page 187 in your colored book, and lesson 135, which is on page 273. All right, let's get started. The directions say solve, answer the questions. Now, whenever you see the blue box right here, what does that mean? Yep, you're going to have to draw a picture. So bear with me, but we're going to have to draw a picture. The question says, Eva wants to buy a book for her little brother. She has $4, 3/4, 1 dime, and 2 pennies. How much money does Eva have? Okay, well then let's just start with what we underlined. $4. $1, $2, $3, and $4. Okay? 3/4. So those are my big silver ones. Quarter, quarter, quarter. And those are 25 cents each. Then I have 1 dime. And how much is a dime worth? 10. Good, 10 cents. And 2 pennies. 1, 2. How much are pennies worth? 1. Good, 1. So let's count up how much we have. We have $1, $2, $3, $4. Remember, when we're counting quarters, we remember our little fun song, 25, 50, 75, $1. So $4, 25, 50, 75, plus 10 is $4, 85, 86, 87. So we have $4.87. $4.87. I'll give you a little minute to make sure you have all that down. And the second part asks, does Eva have enough money to buy the book? Well, the book costs $4.50. Does she have more or less than $4.50? Good, she has more because we have a 5 right here and an 8 right here. 8 is more than 5, so she does have enough money to buy the book. She does have enough money to buy the book. Let's look at the next one. Gloria wants to buy cotton candy at the fair. She has $1 and 4/4. How much money does Gloria have? Okay, let me draw $1 and 4/4. 1, 2, oh, those are big quarters. Whoops. That's okay. 4/4. And how much are quarters worth? 25 cents. Remember, 25, 50, 75, $1. Okay, let's count these up. I have $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $2. Whoa, wait a minute. Are you telling me that these 4/4 are the same as that dollar? Yes, I am, because you got to remember our little funny song. 25, 50, 75, $1. So all of these equal $1, and this equals $1. So we have $2 total. $2 total. Does Gloria have enough to buy the cotton candy? Cotton candy costs $2.50. Do we have $2.50? No, we don't have $2.50. And you want to know how we can look at that? The number right here is a 0, and the number right here is a 5. We don't have a 5 or bigger here, so we don't have enough money. Let's see what Isaac's doing. Isaac has 3/4, 1 dime, and 1 nickel. Okay, let's draw that. He has 3/4, quarter, quarter, quarter. And don't forget, you got to write how much they are underneath. 25, 25, 25. 1 dime, How much is a dime worth? 10. And 1 nickel. How much is a nickel worth? 5. Good. Lizzie has 2 quarters, 4 dimes, and 1 nickel. Okay, well, let's draw that. She has 2 quarters, 25, 25, 4 dimes, 1, 2, 3, 4, dime, 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 10, 10, 10, 10, and 1 nickel. And I know that's worth 5. If you need to pause the video so you can write all those coins down, that's fine. That's the nice part about a video, is you can pause it whenever you need to. How much money does Isaac have? Well, let's remember our fun little song. 25, 50, 75. 75 plus 10 is 85. Plus another 5 is 90. 90 cents. 90 cents. Now, Mrs. Forte, why didn't you put the dollar sign in front of that? Well, because I don't have a dollar yet. I'm almost at a dollar, but I'm not quite there. Now, let's figure out how much Lizzie has. 25, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5. 95 cents. 95 cents. So who has more money? Lizzie. Lizzie has more money. How much more? How much more money does Lizzie have? That was my son. How much more money does Lizzie have than Isaac? So let's set this up. Let's put 95 minus 90. What is 5 take away 0? It's 5. What is 9 take away 9? 0. So Lizzie has 5 cents more. Lizzie has 5 cents more. Now Lizzie could have 1 nickel more, or she could have 5 pennies more. Just depends. Just depends. All right, I'm going to give you directions for what to do on the back, and then I'm going to move on to the next lesson. So let's look at the back side, if Mrs. Forte can turn the page. You're going to do the same thing you did on the front side. You're going to answer the questions. Don't forget to underline the money in your word problems and then draw it. And then you're going to have to determine if they have enough or too little to buy the soccer ball. Okay? This problem works directly off of this problem, so don't forget to underline your money, draw it out, and then you're going to tell me which costs more. Okay? I do want you to do the time for review. It's just adding up money. Remember, when you add up money, it's very simple. You add like normal, but you bring down your decimal and you bring down your money sign. Okay? That's the only difference. Subtracting is the same way. You bring down your decimal and you bring down your money sign. Okay? This whole row is addition and this whole row is subtraction. I'm going to move on to page 273. So I'll give you a minute to get situated there. Attributes of solid figures. Okay. A flat surface of a solid figure is called a face. The line where two faces meet is called an edge. So just like a table has an edge, right? A surface that bends smoothly and continuously is called a curved surface. So like an ice cream cone, this would be the face of the ice cream cone right here. It's where you put the ice cream. But the cone itself is called a curved surface. Okay? Write face, edge, or curved surface to mark or to describe each marked attribute. This one is looking at this whole section here. So what is that? Is that a face, an edge, or a curved surface? That is a face. It's a flat section. It's a flat section. The face is a flat section. This is looking at the corner where two faces meet. So that would be an edge. That would be an edge. What about this sphere? Notice I didn't call it a ball. I didn't call it a circle. It's a sphere because it's 3D. What about this sphere? Does it have any edges or faces? No, so it's a curved surface. It's a curved surface. Now this is our cylinder. Cylinder. What about this top section here? Is that a flat section? Yeah, so that is a face. And what about this outside? Kind of looks like a can of soda. This outside is a curved surface. Good. The outside is a curved surface. Number 4. They're looking at this corner right there. So when you see a corner, that is called an edge. Good. An edge. Circle each shape that matches a face of the, so a flat part of the solid figure. Do you see any rectangles in the triangular prism? I do. I see a rectangle right there and a rectangle right there. Good. Do you see a circle? No. Do you see a square? No. Do you see a triangle? I do. I see a triangle right there. So let's circle that puppy. The rectangular prism. Do you see a circle, a flat circle anywhere in this shape? No. Do you see a square? I do. I see 2 squares. I see one right there, and I see one right there. I'm going to circle that. Do you see a triangle? No. Do you see a rectangle? Yeah, I see 4 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to circle that. Okay, let's flip it over to the back. You are going to do the same thing we just did on the front. It says mark the shape that matches a face of the solid figure or object. Remember, face just means a flat section. So let's do number 1 together. I know that this is a curved surface. Which one of these shapes is on a flat section of this cone? It's not a triangle and it's not a rectangle. It's a circle. Good, it's a circle. Okay. And then for number 5 and 6, it says circle each shape that matches a face of the solid figure. So what they want you to do is they want you to see if you can identify that shape in these. Okay? You do not have to do the understanding math on this one. You do not have to do the understanding math for lesson 135, okay? All right, my friends, go get them. You can do it.